at that point, I think they agreed to disagree on the future progress of OS/2 and Windows. And internally, we were told, thou shalt not ship any more products on Windows. And about that time, I got the opportunity to take early retirement, so I did.
And turned IBM into an also-ran in the PC business. Did David beat Goliath? The Boca Raton, Florida birthplace of the IBM PC is deserted, a casualty of diminishing market share. Mainframe computer company. For a while, IBM dominated the PC market. They legitimized the PC business, created the standards most of us now use, and introduced the PC to the corporate world. But in the end, they lost out. Maybe it was to a faster, more flexible business culture. Or maybe they just threw it away. That's the view of a guy who's been competing with IBM for 20 years, Silicon Valley's most outspoken software billionaire, Larry Ellison.
I think IBM made the single worst mistake in the history of enterprise on Earth.
Which was?
Which was the manufacturer, being the first manufacturer and distributor of the Microsoft Intel PC, which they mistakenly called the IBM PC. I mean, they were the first manufacturer and distributor of that technology. I mean, it's just simply astounding that they could basically give a third of their market value to Intel and a third of their market value to Microsoft by accident. I mean, no one, those two companies today are worth close to, approaching $100 billion. I mean, not many of us get a chance to make a $100 billion mistake.
As fast as IBM abandons its buildings, Microsoft builds new ones. In 1980, IBM was 3,000 times the size of Microsoft. Though still a smaller company, today Wall Street says Microsoft is worth more. Both have faced antitrust investigations about their monopoly positions. For years, IBM defined successful American corporate culture as a machine of ordered bureaucracy. Here in the corridors of Microsoft, it's a different style. It's personal. This company, in its drive, its hunger to succeed, is a reflection of one man, its founder, Bill Gates.
Bill wanted to win. Incredible desire to win and to beat other people. At Microsoft, the whole idea was that we would put people under, and unfortunately, that's happened a lot.
Bill Gates is special. You wouldn't have had a Microsoft with, take a random other person like Gary Kildall. On the other hand, Bill Gates was also lucky. But Bill Gates knows that, unlike a lot of other people in the industry, and he's paranoid. Every morning he gets up and he doesn't feel secure, he feels nervous about this. They're trying hard, they're not relaxing, and that's why they're so successful.
And I remember I was talking to Bill once, and I asked him what he feared, and he said that he feared growing old because, once you're beyond 30, this was his belief at the time, once you're beyond 30, you don't have as many good ideas anymore. It's like you're not as smart anymore.
If you just slow down a little bit, who knows who it'll be? Probably some company that may not even exist yet, but someone else can come in and take the lead.
I said, well, you're going to age. It's going to happen. It's kind of inevitable. What are you going to do about it? And he said, I'm just going to hire the smartest people, and I'm just going to surround myself with all these smart people, And I thought that was kind of interesting. It was like he was like, oh, I can't be immortal, but like maybe this is the second best, and I can buy that,
If you miss what's happening, then the same kind of thing that happened to IBM or many other companies could happen to Microsoft very easily. So no one's got a guaranteed position in the high technology business. And the more you think about, how could we move faster? What could we do better? Are there good ideas out there that we should be going beyond? It's important. And I wouldn't trade places with anyone, but the reason I like my job so much is we have to constantly stay on top of those things.
The Windows software system that ended the alliance between Microsoft and IBM pushed Gates past all his rivals. Microsoft had been working on the software for years, but it wasn't until 1990 that they finally came up with a version that not only worked properly, it blew their rivals away. And where did the idea for this software come from? Well, not from Microsoft, of course. It came from the hippies at Apple. Lights, camera, boot up. In 1984, they made a famous TV commercial. Apple had set out to create the first user-friendly PC just as IBM and Microsoft were starting to make a machine for businesses. When the TV commercial aired, Apple launched the Macintosh.
Secure from the pests of a computer.
The computer and the commercial were aimed directly at IBM, which the kids in Cupertino thought of as Big Brother. But Apple had targeted the wrong people. It wasn't Big Brother they should have been worrying about. It was Big Bill Gates.
Shall talk themselves to anyone.